Hi, my name is Carlo St. Juste. I have a background in acupuncture and I teach martial arts, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, and general self-defense. And today I just wanted to speak a little bit about why are some of the reasons why you want to do Tai Chi or mindfulness for the stress relief. So you may have heard about Tai Chi, you may have heard about Qigong. Mainly Tai Chi is more popular here in the US. And so, what are some of the reasons why people decide to train in Tai Chi? You might know what it is, but I feel like if we can tie in the real life situations where Tai Chi can be beneficial, I think that would really help in terms of helping you to decide if it's something that would be right for you. Right? And I think it's definitely something beneficial for many people. So, first reason, stress relief. A lot of people do Tai Chi in order to relieve stress from everyday ailments, right? Tai Chi has been around for a couple hundred years. And if you've been around, if you've been an adult or teen or, over the last couple of years, you know that we've gone through some very stressful times. And during the pandemic, I actually had to close down my Tai Chi class, at least the live class, for a year, and it was hard. However, being able to build back up and having that skill, and knowing that people who I've taught had acquired that skill and were able to use it during those times. Hey, I was let's say we're all in the same boat, right? And I did feel definitely more beneficial of knowing, hey, I have these techniques. Looking at that, Tai Chi it was created way before we had these stressful times, and to think it's the only thing that we're going to go through, or so Tai Chi is able to help us to regulate our emotions and help us bring a more calm, focused state of mind. Some of these instances I will get to later. Stress relief and anxiety. I wanted to tie in the anxiety here to the stress relief and stress management, but I think I want to address the anxiety on its own because we're already a anxious prone nation. If you're here in the United States, I work with many people. I told you I have students from all backgrounds. I've taught civilian and military, including firefighter and police. My span of knowledge does range. So I've worked with a wide range of people with varying levels of anxiety, and notice the positive results from utilizing Tai Chi, right, and incorporating Tai Chi into their regimen. Now, I want to point out that this is not a replacement for therapy. I've never pushed that and never say that, right? But I have to put it out there, right, because it is part of an integrated regimen. Anxiety it can affect us in many different ways, whether it's in the form of our work or like test taking, being able to go to certain places, even being within your own home, around people. What Tai Chi does is it helps us to relax. I will tell you, from my personal background, I was a very anxious person when I was younger, right? And I was very shy. And, the kind of guy who would never ask her out on a dance, all that fun stuff, scared to raise my hands, to answer the question, or even just afraid to embarrass myself in public. Right? How many times are we afraid, right? because of family or friends or society or whatever the case may be? What Tai Chi has taught me, and practicing Qigong and practicing mindfulness and meditation, it's allowed me to center myself, and you feel rooted, you feel in place, so that if something happens, you can feel whatever emotions you need to, and then it dissipates, and you keep it moving. And so I find if you keep it moving, you will get to where you are going. So we're talking about stress, anxiety, health, the physiology, longevity, vitality. The research is out there. I will post some links to some articles, give you the research in terms of what we have found. I have taught 2 workshops. I want to say I've worked with USC, University of California here in California, here in Los Angeles. One was associated with a Parkinson's group. The other was associated with a pain management group. It was a great experience, very receptive. I have family that are patients at USC and have used their services. Great hospital, fantastic. So it speaks through and through, right? You can see quality and when you work with quality. I've done workshops with other organizations, and but in particular, there are so many benefits, whether it comes to the cardiovascular, whether it comes to the neuromuscular aspect, balance, equilibrium, you name it. And I've had experience working with a multitude of patients, from stroke recovery patients, right, to people who just want to improve their balance, improve their leg strength, improve whatever aspect. Right? We used to tailor to that, right? What I want to emphasize is that the health aspect comes automatically when you practice Tai Chi. Even as I'm standing here and delivering this message and trying to get my points across, I'm practicing Tai Chi in some form or way. Being able to slow things down, and we can go into that in another video, whereas you're slowing down and people are just like, go, go, go. Right? So I want to get into some examples of where you can use some of the methods that I teach, or where you can use some kind of mindfulness meditation, Tai Chi training. For instance, if you're standing at the supermarket and you're in a long line, there's going to be times where you have to wait. You're going to have to wait in traffic. You're going to have to wait in certain places, and that's where the difference comes in, because you're smiling and everybody else is doing I call it the tisk. I do that too. Right? And it dawned on me a couple years ago when I noticed that why am I calm? Why is there a difference in mood and attitude? Obviously not knowing anybody's situation. I know, please, I'd be the last one to judge what you have going on or anything like that. It's more, how can you get through this situation? How can you stand in this line and be able to get through if there's any kind of setbacks and still groove and move on feeling great, right? So that's one aspect. There's a couple other aspects I had in mind. If you need a quick energy boost, sometimes life throws us curveballs. You may want to get to the gym. You might want to go and exercise. Life is just, whether you have responsibilities or anything like that, if you're just not feeling it, practicing, utilizing the tools that you can learn will help you to get into the mode, right? You don't feel like working out, do some Qigong, you'll feel like working out. You got a lot of things on your plate. You have things to do with the kids and you have family and this and that. Do some Qigong, that will help. So just a couple tips. Please visit csjacupuncture.com/courses if you want more information, and I will speak to you soon.